guys, Unexceptional Rounder here. Hope you enjoyed that sweet new intro. It was clearly the one everyone liked when I asked on Facebook. Today we're going to talk about bankroll management. I want to go over some of the general rules and thoughts about how to manage your poker bankroll and why it can make or break your career as a poker player. Some personal questions that you can ask yourself. As I read these questions, try to answer them for yourself. And on the next slide, I'm going to go over some of the answers and how you should steer your thinking with respect to bankroll management and some of these questions. So, 1, are you a winning player? Are you willing to lose your bankroll? Meaning, is your bankroll easily replaced with your income? How does your bankroll affect your game? And how adversely do you feel about moving down in stakes if you're on a losing streak? So just think about those for a couple seconds, those different sort of bullet points, and then we'll talk about them on the next slide. So some general thoughts on those questions. First of all, if you're not a winning player, your bankroll will always go away. Therefore, my recommendation is you play the lowest possible stakes you can until you can beat that level, slowly moving up as you can beat each level. Now, a lot of people may not like playing 1 cent, 2 cent, or 5 cent, 10 cent. There's some people that may only want to play 1, 2. That's where they want to play. That's where they have fun. It's not fun unless they're playing for a lot of money. If that's you, that's you. But just know that that's your goal. Know your goal isn't winning money. Know your goal isn't making your bankroll last long. Understand what your goals are and adjust accordingly. When I started playing, I think I maybe put like $200 or $300 online, and I started at 5 cent, 10 cent. And over the next year or so, I worked my way up to playing 50 cent a dollar. So within a year, I was playing 10 times higher. So that's not anything astronomical, but if you just start at a lower level, it makes learning a lot more smooth process, I guess. So the other thing, if you have no problem playing out of your paycheck and reloading if your poker money goes dry, then that's another thing to consider. Like, if you don't really worry about going bust because you want to, play a little bit every month and your paycheck can replace your bankroll at any time, then you don't really need to worry about that. You just need to worry about getting better and doing what you need to do. Again, if you're a winning player. So that's something to think about. Now, on the other hand, if you don't like seeing your bankroll drop by a large percentage, you don't want to see your bankroll go away, then you should have a larger bankroll. That's kind of the category I fall into. I never reload. I really, unless I'm joining a new site, I do not like reloading. I will adjust the games I'm playing so that my bankroll never goes bust. That's just how I am. I play much better when I'm not worried about my bankroll, when I'm not worried about losing, when I know I have enough to play the level I'm at. I feel more comfortable, I play better, and that's what I like to do. So that's me. If you don't mind kind of being on the edge, I definitely have a few friends that they will play, a game with half their bankroll, and they'll move up and down and all over the place. And it seems stressful, but that's what they do. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's how it is. Now, if you refuse to move down, then you need a huge bankroll. You really do. If moving down isn't a problem, you can get away with less. And that's sort of, what we talked about. If you don't mind moving up and down, you don't need as much. But if you refuse to move down, you need more. Now, if you're a professional poker player, this isn't really for you anyway. So you already know how to manage your bankroll. But keep in mind that like a professional poker player is going to have just a huge amount of money dedicated to poker. They're not living out of their bankroll. They have, they take a set amount out of their bankroll, almost like a real estate agent would. The real estate agent may only sell one house every couple months, but, they need to appropriately, divvy that money out throughout the year so that they can live comfortably. Okay, great. Those are nice ideas. Now, how much money do I actually need? Well, here you go. Since this only matters if you don't want to move down and if you're a winning player, I'll show you some of my personal rules. Now, I don't want to reload ever. I don't like seeing large swings once I'm playing at the level I plan to stay. In other words, I have a different requirement when moving up than I have once I hit the stakes I want to play at. So right now, for example, I'm moving up through the micro stakes, Once I get to 1-2, which is my kind of goal where I want to play, I've got a full-time job right now, so I'm not really looking to go much higher than 1-2. My requirements will be different. They'll be somewhere in that like 50 buy-in range. Once I get to 1-2, I'll pretty much stay there till I have 50 buy-ins to start cashing out. But that's me personally. This isn't for a professional. It's just for a casual player who doesn't want to go into their income for poker money. So you should also keep in mind that that bankroll can span across online, live, different online sites, but it should at least be, separated into like a poker bank account, it should be separated so that hey, this isn't money I go and, spend on ice cream and gumdrops. This is money that is for poker, and you set that money aside, and that's what you use it for. So again, just kind of my personal rule right now is once I get to like 15 buy-ins for the level that I'm moving to, I'll go up to that level, and then if I lose money and go back down to 10, I'll go to the level below it. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that this helped you guys kind of understand a little bit about how I think about poker bankroll management. Again, these are real basic rules, may not be stuff that you necessarily want to hear, but in general, this will keep you from making a lot of the mistakes that I see people make. I've seen really, really good poker players end up broke because they just couldn't stay in their bankroll. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments. Thanks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more of this stuff, you can go ahead and subscribe in the upper left. If you want to check out my channel, that's in the upper right, and 2 videos you may have missed. On the left, we talk about pre-flop play and just some basics. On the right, we go over some hands and talk about the pre-flop decisions I made. I really hope you guys have a good day. This is Unexceptional Rounder. You guys keep on grinding.